Low number board. You are running a 2.5. If you're orange, you are running the Mercury Optimax. So nice and simple. And we have a white one down there for the first time ever. 2 flags, ladies and gentlemen. Our first 10 boats, flag down. Hold your breath. We are about to launch into race number 1 of round 3, the Australian Formula Powerboat Grand Prix. Let's see him go. Beautiful start down here. Final feature, and you can see these gaps closing in the commentary box. But I tell you what, Simon Troy's got a beautiful drop. Our second field in the way. Let's watch it now. In turn number 2 out the back, we're looking for Simon Troy to get around. He's around clean. Reece Coles is through. Sam Lucas a little bit wide in the outside. Oh, it's a bit ugly for Lucas, but he gets it done. Final feature is there with Banksy. They are through clean. Group 1. Let's look at group number 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are all through, and let's go racing.
Trim King got off to a really bad start. Was one of the last over there, but our leaders already having a great battle down into turn number 1 for the first time. It's Simon Troy being harassed now by the blue boat of
Reece Coles, mate.
It's Coles.
Sam Lucas is right up behind him. Is Greg Banks in final feature. And then 117 Motorsport series leader Kai Cornell is right up next to him. Can't see who that is behind him, but Shane Martin is up there as well in the top 5. Now Reece Coles pushing super hard. This is the boat in second right now. Simon Troy, I call him the Iceman. When he is out in front, he is calm, he is collected. Look at the trim on this boat. He is just hanging that boat beautifully.
Yeah, these top 3 boats just hanging just above the surface of the water. No porpoising where they're going up and down at the front. They've got them balanced to win a knife's edge of going over. Sensational motorsport.
Further back in the field now, we're just going to have a look because Sam Lucas, he's trying to hang on to this front pack, and he tell you what, he's getting a lot of pressure from Greg Banks in 3rd and 4th. We're looking at the action in turn number 3 now. Sorry, turn number 2. Lucas goes around. Greg Banks running a wider line. Will stay there. There's Kai Cornell. He comes through clean. Dave Mead starting to make a bit of pressure and move forward as well. Here comes a battle. Look at turn number 3. We've got Stephen Gilligan on the inside and Ewan Bricker, the Stars and Stripes machine, picking up a spot. So Ewan Bricker in the Stars and Stripes, boat number 2. He's charging hard. He wants to get to the front of this thing and get a bag of points.
Yeah, they just about came together there in between turn 2 and turn 3. But Bricker now has the advantage, though. Very slow out of there was the orange and white boat, who's looking up for the Trim King, being able to get past 4 or 5 boats after a pretty laxy-daisy start.
All right, back to the head of the field. Simon Troy, he is gapping these guys. He was super fast yesterday. Look at the mainline Dynalog machine, the DAC hull out of Europe. It is flying right now. Caleb Frost, that's lap traffic with a new Apex. In second spot, the blue machine of Butler Vehicles. And Sam Lucas in the Marine Jackson's Lucas Tree Services, the red and white machine, is starting to make ground on Reece Coles, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Sam Lucas having a good exit out of turn number 1 as he tries to chase down our leader, already down into turn number 2 and making his way back towards us over here in our commentary position. It is all Simon Troy, and that boat just looks like it is on a set of rails. Beautifully balanced as it comes out of turn number 3 and across the line.
Reece Coles now, he's trying a different line. You can see the way they're drifting it out on the exit out of turn number 2. Sorry, turn number 3 as he heads down to this front straight away. This is 110% commitment from all these top 5 drivers right now. We might pick up the action a little bit further back. We've got Ewan Bricker being hunted down right now by Stephen Gilligan in Epic Marine Jackson's and Shane Martin, Hunter Valley Fire. So the action is thick and fast all over this course. But Simon Troy is absolutely gone like a shot out of a cannon. And mate, this is putting on one hell of a show right now.
Because this is a long race though, Andrew, he hasn't got time. He can't back it down for 1 or 2 laps. He's got to be at 110% for the entire race distance.
Obviously, as these boats travel, they will burn fuel. The weight balance changes. Fatigue sets in. This is hard work behind the wheel of these machines. So they need to get every advantage that they possibly can. And I tell you what, Greg Banks now, he is not going away. He's got Kai Cornell in his sights. He's almost up to the rooster tail in the back straight as we watch him into turn number 2. Kai Cornell entering the turn now, settles the boat down, hard on the trim. Sorry, that's Sam Lucas, stands it back up again. And right behind him, Greg Banks, now running to his inside.
And Greg Banks
the
is
silver and purple machine of Banks, running a very tight inside line on the exit of 3. He's looking for a run up the inside of Lucas, and he's starting to take time out of the red and white machine. Into turn number 1 they go. Let's keep our eyes on it. You can see Greg Banks going blind in the spray behind Lucas.
You can see it coming off the top of the cockpit.
Screaming off the screen, so he's got a lot of courage behind the wheel, knows that boat intimately, driving blind through the spray as he tries to hunt down the man in front for 4th spot.
Dave Meads in the Budlight, just entering turn number 1. He gets a good turn through turn number 1 and accelerates down there all the way to the northern end of our racetrack here at Lake Moala. But action coming thick and fast. Simon Troy now going to have to start dealing with lap traffic now.
Yes, this is incredible pace at the front end of this field. The fact that they're starting to make gains and catch these guys in front is unbelievable. Let's pick up a bit of the action a little bit further back in the pack out of turn number 3. Dave Meads, Bud Light, a little bit untidy on the exit that time through, but he's pushing on. So Meadsy, he doesn't want to get dropped off the front end of this field, and he's put a lot of distance between himself and the man chasing him in Joel Smith. Settles it nicely through turn number 1. Slides that beautiful Bud Light machine on the exit, hard on the trim. The GTR looking magnificent in the afternoon sun as he enters the back straightaway.
As they going into the eastern section of the racetrack, that sun beaming down, that's going to be causing a few issues for the drivers temporarily as they're all starting to head down towards turn number 3. We'll pick up on Ewan Bricker. This is the boat that went upside down yesterday, but you wouldn't think so. The guys have worked feverishly to get that boat ready for today, currently running in around about 6th position.
Paul Sane, the trim king, on the exit of turn number 3. As I said, he looked like he was fighting this boat a little bit yesterday. Still a little bit of a battle. It's nice in the straights, but on the exit of the corners, it's causing him a little bit of grief. But here's a fight on the front straightaway. Have a look at this. Hadley Deegan, the blue machine with the yellow and silver Smith family racing machine, Baba to his inside. They are going at it head to head. And right behind him is Simon Troy, a race leader. So Simon Troy now, he's got traffic in front of him, and they are 2 boats wide. Now, they are racing each other, so they do not have to yield. But Simon Troy needs to be super careful here that he doesn't lose time and allow Reece Coles and the guys chasing him to get up into his mirrors.
The trim king.
Cole Smith now getting past Deegan Marine Racing on the exit. So Simon Troy running an inside line. There goes Joel Smith and Reece Coles definitely closing the gap. Yellow flag. Yellow flag, ladies and gentlemen. We have 1 lap to run in this Formula GP. Simon Troy, have a look at Reece Coles. Let's pick up the action in the back straight. The white and red machine of Mainline Dynalog, because Reece Coles has seen the yellow and he has gone for it. Simon Troy has got lap traffic in front of him, and Reece Coles is starting to close down this gap. Sam Lucas now coming under pressure a little bit further back, but he's got 1 more corner to run. The white machine with the red canopy, Simon Troy in the Mainline Dynalog machine. He's exited the corner. Reece Coles is right up behind him. This should be a checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Mainline Dynalog and Simon Troy. Reece Coles in Butler Vehicles in 2nd. 3rd place is Sam Lucas, Armarine Jackson's Lucas Tree Services. 4th place is Final Feature with Greg Banks. Kai Cornell into 5th spot. Ewan Bricker 6th spot. Stephen Gilligan, Epic Armarine Jackson into 7. Shane Martin comes in at 8. And it looks to me like Dave Meads will round out in 9. And it's going to be Matt Smith, I think it is, that's going to pick up our top 10. Wowee, there you go.
Mate, sensational way to start off heat number 1 for our Formula GP drivers. And, mate, like you said, that lived up to everything that you promised. Such an exciting form of motorsport as the Formula GP.
Wow, that was pretty hectic. Hadley Deegan, welcome home. Caleb Frost bringing that new 200 Apex home for its first ever race finish in an APBA sanctioned event here in Australia. The 3.4 litre Merc 4-stroke Apex Formula engine. But, mate, there was so much happening. It's going to take me a fair while to unpack that one. But
yeah, we'll have to watch the replay of that one. But Ewan Bricker only improved one position from his starting position. He started out of 6, finishes in 5.
put your hands together for him. Your race winner, Simon Choi. He came out of pole number 1. He gave it everything. There's a big fist bump under the canopy. Main line Dynalog, the major sponsor, Pro Hub. There's Sammy Lucas. Great run from him. Welcome back to the big leagues to that man in the beautiful Armarine Jackson Lucas Tree Services GTR.
The smiling assassin.
Smiling assassin. One of the best teeth in the industry. And here comes